Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So today on the No Hope Estate, we're going to be going into the ruins to fight the Gibbering Prophet. Particularly, he has a really nice trophy that can be really useful on this estate, and we're going to be getting a nice trinket for the Arbalist. It gives plus 10 accuracy, allows us to bypass and break guard, and gives plus 100 armor piercing versus mark, which when we're using the Arbalist, that is something that we frequently attack. So it opens up a lot of avenues for the Arbalist, which I would like to use. So I thought we would just go and get this because, well, it's going to be useful. And I thought I would have some fun again with the Omen Seeker and the Aesthete since this worked so well on the Prophet last time. However, I wasn't sure what I kind of wanted to use for the front two rows. So I kind of settled on Bigsby or Abomination, however with a little bit of a twist. Actually, they need to be in row 2 for this, because with their speed of 12, they will be going first, and we recently got the Twilight Shroud, which is their Sunward Trinket. This gives them plus 20% damage when they act first. On a friendly skill, they stealth themselves if they are not in position 1, which is why they're in position 2, and friendly skill will refresh limited skill uses, meaning they can transform more than once a battle, and while they are stealth, they get plus 15 crit and plus 3 speed, meaning they will most likely be going first more often. Just to facilitate them going first more often though, I did throw the Lock of Fury on them. This gives them plus 3 speed and plus 15% more damage for a grand total of plus 30% damage. However, if they are hit, which shouldn't be too much of a thing because they do have stealth, up until the boss probably, they do take plus 15% more damage. So they're going to be a stealthed beast form Abomination doing a lot of damage going very quickly. Second, we do have Lilia, our White Priestess. I'm going to be taking another gamble on her, because I would like to get White Priestess evolved to Quietus. So we're going to be taking the Luminous Aegis Curio. On friendly skill, this gives her 2 last right charges, and evolves the White Priestess quirk under special circumstances, which means we have to get the Virtue on her. However, that being said, for those of you saying maybe just put plus Virtue chance trinkets on her, she has custom afflictions and virtues, meaning none of those work on her. So I just have to gamble and get a virtue rather than a affliction. Now, normally, the set would make it much easier to get a virtue because it would make it so once you afflict, you de-afflict very fast, making it much easier to get a virtue. On this estate, de-stressing in battle isn't a thing, so I went and removed that portion of it. So really it's we're gambling once a quest of, do we get a virtue or not? Do I want to bring it or not? I'm gonna chance it this time around. So really all this is doing, other than the chance at evolving White Priestess, is on attack, self-stress plus 5. That's all this trinket is doing for us. Otherwise, we have Frida's Ring, which is plus 10% protection and enables a riposte once a round, and the riposte blights all enemies 2 for 2 rounds. For her skills, we're running Umbral Knight. This is a free action that hits the first 3 rows and does a little bit of a blight. We have Guardian Nun moving her back by 2, giving her a block. Knight Captain doing extra damage versus marked. We have Abyss Keeper, which is a free action that blights and marks, so that we have synergy with Knight Captain, and we have Last Rites giving her additional effects on every single attack. Otherwise, we have Esmeralda, our Omen Seeker. For the boss and up to the boss, we mainly want Windmill Chakram. This bypasses and de-stealths targets, also lowering your accuracy, but we're also running Undercut to lower dodge and speed, Piercing Dagger to bleed targets, lowering their protection, and Expunge for armor piercing, finishing a target off. For her trinkets, we had the Inquisitor's Pocket Watch, which realistically, all it does is on attack hit, blights the target, otherwise Expunge does a little less damage. And then we have the Ebbing Deck on her, which this dodge isn't correct. I'll show this here. It's showing the full effect of the dodge right now, which is a little weird. So she has a 30 dodge base, and the Ebbing Deck can give her plus 50% dodge. She gets plus 5 dodge if she's below 70% health, plus 10 dodge if she's below 50% health, plus 15 dodge if she's below 30% health, and plus 20 dodge if she's below 10% health, for a grand total of 50 dodge. However, she will get plus 10% damage received. So that's how we get the plus 50 dodge there for a grand total of 80. We're not going to have that the entire time. She's going to start at 30, and then slowly but surely work her way up to that 80. And finally, we have Corbin. We're going to be using L Light on him mostly, This doubles as a secondary windmill chakram, lowering the accuracy of target, so I have two things doing that. So that's another minus 20 accuracy, but if I need to hit the front row, I have Valora. This does 4 blight for 3 rounds, plus 50 crit, and will transfer any blight or mark from himself to the target. If he gets low enough on health, I have Falling Light just to do damage to the front 3 rows. And we have Protector of Beauty. This guards the target, clears any stun, and gives Corbin, our Aesthete, a riposte. For his trinkets, just because I wanted a little scouting, and he has enough debuff chance on him as is, we have the Ancestor's Mat for plus scouting and trap disarm chance. Not that he's going to be too good at trap disarm, but it's mainly for the scouting. And Bold and Brash is very rare. This gives him a 30% debuff chance, upping the debuff from All Light to a 170% chance. It also gives him plus 15 accuracy and 7 speed on the first round, so he will have 11 speed on round 1. So Big B may not be going first round 1. After that, we're good though. So that being said, let's try to get the Gibbering Prophet. We'll see kind of what happens here, and just kind of hope for the best. Because we're running a lot of debuffs, I'm going to be running 3 Anathemums here, because Blight from Lilia, not that we need the Blight chance on her, but it helps. Debuff chance on the Esmeralda, and debuff chance on Corbin. Because I want speed manipulation, I want performance ribbon so that Bigsby goes first, and I think we'll be fine with that.
Finally, resigned to his uncommon corporeal resilience, I lured him to the dig. There, I showed him the thing, and detailed the full extent of my plans. Triumphantly, I watched as he tore his eyes from their sockets and ran shrieking into the shadows, wailing maniacally that the end was upon us all.
You know, I haven't actually listened to that in a while, but with the ancestor saying, I showed him the thing, that can be taken multiple ways. I know what the ancestor actually means, but it'd be funny if the ancestor actually just showed him the thing from the stars, or the comet, or something along those lines, and that's what caused the prophet to rip his eyes out.
The echoes of his mindless tittering reverberate maddeningly.
Secret room right off rip. I did bring keys, okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he might be in one of 2 rooms, but that's fine. Let's go to secret room. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to the curio up north, double back, go to the treasure room so I can go to this curio, then head north, grab a few other curios, and then just go to the boss, and we can go from there. Oh, we're not camping. Hey, Big B. Get that buff. 30% damage until camp. We're not camping unless we need it now. 30% damage on the person who's already going to get plus 30% damage. This is gonna be fun. 16 to 29 damage already. So we're gonna use this. Gonna get the 3 trapezohedrons.
For a task well performed.
I saw... Only use a key if you have the Nerub mod. So we already learned with the Banshee mod that if I use the thing that would originally summon the mod, like the fight, it crashes the game, but I get other effects now. Should we test this out? Okay, nothing. That's a shame because that... I know I don't have Nerub installed, but that would have actually been the Nerub fight. That makes me a little sad. Because it's not too often I actually get to fight Nerub. Like, that fight always eludes me. So we're going to see how this goes. Transform. And now we're stealthed. I get transformed back. We are gonna rage. I want the Banshee down. No, it's not the biggest hit chance, but look at that damage.
Destroyed.
And that plates the rest of them. Gonna windmill chakrams so the Bone Lancer doesn't hit us. He's the biggest target here. I'll light him so he doesn't hit us, or just taking him out.
Give them no quarter.
And then we're gonna Umbral Knight the Bone Royalty. And then if I can Guardian Nun and take it out, I'm gonna be happy. Otherwise I get a block.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Was the stress or the stealth only for one action? Shame. Oh, piercing dagger.
Masterfully executed.
And then we can Knight Captain them down.
Their formation is broken.
I should have taken a look at that.
Maintain the offensive.
Plus 55% damage for one round.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and
Alright, taking what we can. I'm going to take heirlooms out of this one. Other than the trapezohedrons, obviously. I'm going to get rid of, or leave the bust here so I can use a key here.
glittering gold.
Forgot to stack my food, but now I have a little extra. Can use that, take the onyx, take the gold. And I'm gonna go, because that went so well, I'll go to the treasure room here just so I don't have to come back to it. We'll take the bus over the gold there. Hunger check, torch up. See how this goes. Manticore. Grotesque, Observer. So Observer needs to go first, otherwise it's going to buff the other stuff. So we're supposed to be stealthed for 3 rounds. Gonna rage at the Observer.
Annihilated.
We're going to Chakram the Chimera because I do not want that thing hitting me.
Quakes.
Umbral Knight onto the Grotesque just to blight it. Guardian Nun to blight it.
As the fiend falls,
Oh, I see what's happening.
hope blossoms.
When we get moved, stealth if not in position 1, that's what's doing it. I thought we would stealth as long as we were using that skill not in 1. That's what's screwing me.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
Well, I can fix that.
For death.
Just Chimera left, which is kinda scary how often I'm running into these things, with how rare they are. But that's what the Mod Masher does.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright, L light so it doesn't hit us as much.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted. And
There we
purpose is
go.
made clear.
Got a slam to go forward. Can mark it again, but then we have to move to do anything. What would expunge to 11 damage, otherwise we can undercut it.
A powerful blow.
A light lowering accuracy. And Blight does its job.
Unforeseen.
We got its tail.
Unforgiving.
We can take the 1 damage on Lilia. Taking what we can. So, Stone Serpent, plus 40% Blight chance if in position 1, plus Bleed resistance if in position 1, minus Blight resistance if in position 1, minus Dodge if in position 1. This actually works out because I was just about to change how Lilia works. Because I want Big B here to keep the effect from Twilight Shroud. So what we're actually going to do is Umbral Knight, Mad Knight, Knight Captain to move forward, Abyss Keeper, and then Last Rites. Actually, scratch that. We're going to take Guardian Nun for the block still. Just as like if something happens. But we're going to specialize in Mad Knight this time around, using that almost exclusively. But then we're going to keep Abyss Keeper on, I think. Just for the mark if we get flung back. But if I do that, I can't mark from... we'll just use Knight Captain to move forward without Abyss Keeper, and then we just won't have the mark. But then, for the boss, either way I can put on Stone Serpent over Luminant Aegis Curio. Actually, I can do that now so I'm not so stressed out. And just kind of see what happens. And then once I feel more comfortable, I throw this on. And we're fine. This way we get a little bit more of an effect out of it. And we can leave all this. Hi, buddy. Now that's what I want to not have happen. Just so I get the effects. Yeah, we're gonna Chakram. Thought I hit Chakram. L-Light. Resist. Alright. Well, I don't want to get a double riposte here, so I'm just gonna Mad Knight.
The abyss returns even the boldest.
3 Blight on the guy. Just 3, since riposte didn't do much. Windmill Chakram. Yikes. Okay. Transform. Rage. Keep on resisting. Mad Knight again. That's supposed to do more damage. We'll get rid of the Blight. L-Light again. There we go. Go Blight. Raging again. Lowering some accuracy. That's not going to happen, I see. Does not have the debuff on it, so... Or the repose, so we'll Umbral Knight into Mad Knight. And Blight takes it out. 2 more Trapezohedrons, wow.
Mount, so too will resistance.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, realistically, I do not need all these torches. With how this is. So we'll get rid of those. That way I have the 5 puzzling trapezohedrons. And we can move on. Might want to actually find a way to de-stress Lilia for now before we get to the boss. I'm definitely not doing that fight. Taking what we can here. I know I said I want to take back heirlooms, but it'd be nice to take the sapphire. But realistically, we just do not have the space. So we're going to have 2 fights here, then I can pop to the left for the curio. Torch. 2 Bone Militia, 2 Sycophants. Probably take out Sycophant for the stress.
Obliterated.
Scree is right, buddy. Scree is right. I was gonna say, that's probably gonna be the check right there, but no. L light, let's see if we can't get the Sycophant down.
The light, the promise of safety.
Well, Expunge has a higher hit rate, and we'll take the Sycophant out. Then, what we can do is only 2 blights, so let's take out one of Bone Militia here. We'll Umbral Knight into Mad Knight on it.
Precision and power.
Then we're gonna get stressed.
Gnawing
Or Horde.
uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
And rage away.
Mated.
Take what we can, leave all this for now because no room.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I'm gonna heal Esmeralda a bit. I know she gets some more dodge the lower health she is, but we'll be fine. I can use this fountain to de-stress if I don't afflict on Lilia here, which is gonna happen. So we're gonna take out the Deacon if I can, because I believe they heal.
Eradicated.
But then we have this insatiable ghoul, which is gonna do horrible, horrible things to me, so we're gonna lower the accuracy on it.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Umbral Knight blighting it. Yeah. Oh, wrong one. Oh well. And I'm gonna last right into Mad Knight, hitting the champion. And the blight should take down the champion. So just Insatiable Ghoul left. Owie.
Diminished.
Lowering accuracy again. I was hoping to hit him so he wouldn't get the Howl or Skull Toss stress.
This is how a life is taken.
Rage. 99. It's a debuff. Plus 20% stress doesn't really matter. So Umbral Knight, Mad Knight. Chin up. Windmill Chakram, lower that accuracy. If it howls, we're gonna get the check earlier than I really would like.
Well struck.
L light, he blights out. There we go.
The greater
Rolf is right. Rolf is right.
This
Take what we can.
at least promises
I'm gonna leave all this. Holy water for the heal. I think this also de-stresses. So that buys me a little time before she probably afflicts. Books are bad. I can go back there and afflict her though. Hunger check is fine. I'm gonna leave the bones because I actually want my holy waters. Torch up. And then we just gotta head to the left, or right. We know where the boss is, that's great. I can come back and get all this stuff after. Books are bad. Hey, Legion. Actually not stress heavy, which is what I wanted. So we're going to get rid of one of the levies here. Or we can miss. Can you just imagine that giant bird trying to strike you from shadows and how scary that would be? Like, I'm guessing this levy was not expecting that. They saw Bigsby disappear and now suddenly a raven is coming at them. Oofda. You know what? I was hoping to hit one of the levies. That way it wouldn't bleed us. But we can hit the Judicator. And take the Judicator out, because that's going to be a stressor. I know I spread a lot of damage out, which is not great, but... Go, Blight Riposte. Okay, that's going to be the block. So I do have to tear through him now to get to one of the levies. Rolf. Yeah, let's just Windmill Chakram. Piercing Dagger actually hits the Judicator and lowers that protection. I was not thinking about that, but that's why we did bring it. And then we can Umbral Knight. And they go down to Blight. Suppose we'll take him out regardless. Good resistances. Really? 2 in a row? Like going for the Errant? Errant. Oh, that's 2 misses there, Bigby. Piercing Dagger, lowering the protection. Man, that thing has some high hit rate. That's what took out my ante last time. So I'm a little jaded with that move. Levy down, just Errant left. We can do this. Rolf. Take what we can.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
There's one battle before the boss. I was wondering if I should just heal up and take that, because I do have the 16 food still. I think we'll be fine if I do that. And then I still have the 16 food to realistically backtrack with. There's another altar. There's another altar. Okay, Rage hit Supplicant. I was really hoping to take that thing out. Light lowering accuracy on Sycophant, because that's what's going to give me the Crimson Curse. Can I take it out? Only if I get a really good hit. Okay. You maybe Blight the Supplicant. Crit takes it out.
Strike.
And then Mad Knight one of the Bone Militia, blighting it along the way. Blight almost takes out the other militia. Glad that missed. Now Blight takes out Sycophant. And that's our fight. So, take out Militia. Take out Sycophant. Now, she'll probably afflict in the fight with the boss, but that's kind of beside the point.
Be wary. triumphant pride precipitates
Okay, Big B.
a dizzying fall.
Holy water. Plus 60% damage until camp. That's going to make this very easy. Then Lilia. And let's go Esmeralda for the Holy Waters. In we go. Torch up. Hey, Mr. Prophet.
Hides there, behind the pews, spouting his mindless drivel.
So, I'm going to really need to lower that accuracy. I'm going to need to break pews to hit the Prophet. Oh, we got blighted.
Madness, our old friend.
Well, raging at a pew. L-light him to lower accuracy so that the rocks don't hit us.
Is struck. A blazing star is born.
And this is about to get really bad, because we're going to blight everyone. Yeah, we'll just take out the pew for now. And then he's in row 3, so we can hit him with a few different moves. We're going to windmill chakram him.
A decisive.
So if those both go off, he has minus 40 accuracy for these two. So thankfully that missed. And we got the riposte because of Lilia. Well, that guard's not going to be too helpful. But now I can rage at him. Just making this a bit easier. Gonna windmill chakram so he doesn't hit us. This is a little bit of a race, not too bad of one. Now that Lilia's gonna be blighting everyone. But I can still take these pews out for a little bit of extra money. So I might do that still. I just wanted him lower on health so he was easier to take out if necessity was there. Okay. Rage at Pew in 2. Gonna keep that minus accuracy on him. That's minus 80 now. And then Pew in 1 again. Really should do the Mad Knight on... We'll probably do Mad Knight on the 3rd blockade. You know, I'm gonna Valora here. Just to help take this out. Kinda surprised I blighted it. And minus 60 is still probably not going to hit me. Okay, raging. That's another pew down. That's everyone blighted. Lovely, lovely crit. Gonna last right Mad Knight again. This Mad Knight does get a buff for every time you use it, so it is buffed up quite a bit. And then it gets plus 65% crit. Or 65% damage and 50 crit for last writing it. So I mean, it's a little bit of a hit there. Let's make sure those miss. Valora again. He might go down before I get the pew. Oh, those actually hit with the minus 60.
True test. Hold fast.
I toyed around too much. I need to take him out and then get out.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
So that's gonna be Umbral Knight on him. That's gonna be Guardian Nun. Oh, you lived, Big B. Good job. And then we're just going to rage on him. I mean, the blight does take him out, so I'm not too concerned about that.
In life, his claims to bring...
But that Rebel rune was bad.
In death, they are ridiculous.
So I can go around and get a few more curios, which I'm probably going to do here. We're going to take the pew, we're going to take the blueprint. Realistically, I do not want the Red Hood Idol or the Blood Course Medallion. And we can go from there. There we go. Quest complete. Little sketchy there at the end because I got a little overconfident in how the plus or minus accuracy was playing there. But it all worked out. Books are bad, don't care about that. Shifting Mist, was not expecting that one. Good thing I kept the torches.
On preventing passage.
Hunger check, that's why we kept the food. Little disappointed we didn't get that to play off, but we did get the Virtue not too long ago. Really, more books. This is... if we had holy water, I could get a quirk. Or get rid of a quirk, rather. And then, not going to bother with that. I'm going to pop down to the Curio aroma on the left down. Hunger check again. Books. I forgot those were books. Okay. So, that is Gibbering Prophet down. I think that worked out rather well. All things considered. That we can't heal on a champion boss. Even got 2 of the pews down. I was going to get a 3rd until that last pew hit, or that Rubble rune hit me down to death's door, like, immediately. That is 38,695 gold. We did get Prophet's Eye, which is plus 3 speed, plus 15 accuracy, and minus 15% stress if you are in position 4. That is 42 crusts, 12 busts, 1 blueprint, so I can get another district. Did get the Precision Bandana, which does open up some avenues for the Herbalist. Cool. Everyone got level 6. Dark Temptation on Lilia, that is going away. She also got Gothic, which isn't very good on this state. I really don't like going a low torch, but it is plus 5 accuracy if you are torch below 25. Big B got Winded, so minus 1 speed if HP below 50%. I realistically should get rid of this just in case, because minus 1 speed is bad. Unyielding is Death Blow Resistance. My luck, that is still bad. Koshu is a disease, minus 3 HP, plus 30% stress. We will be needing to get rid of that. I will get rid of that after Winded. Pernicious doesn't really matter on Esmeralda, plus 15 or minus 15% stress relief done. Yokai Slayer, so plus 5 crit, plus 10 accuracy on Yokai. Chromophobia on Corbin. Photomania on them, so minus 20% stress if torch above 75, which can be helpful.
A finely crafted instrument of butchery and bloodshed.
Ooh.
Yours for the taking.
Free weapon upgrade. Let's see here. We have a few level 5s that don't have a weapon upgrade, like Vetra, Silent, Yugi. I've been meaning to use Yugi from even Reynold. Okay. I think I'm gonna put this one on Vetra because I actually was about to use her in this fight here, and that's a free 3,000 gold essentially. And the others I'll just upgrade when I use them. Big B, you need so much. I'm gonna get rid of Winded here first, then I'll get rid of Koshu, then we'll do stress relief. Lilia, Dark Temptation needs to go away. I'm also gonna lock in Corvid's Eye while we have it. That's plus accuracy. I didn't realize we could lock that in. Stress relief for these two, so I can use them faster. Nothing at the Nomad Wagon. That's every boss in the runes done. That is awesome. Checking... I really want the Contagious Blade. That can be super useful. Okay. So there's a really, really useful trinket for the Trapper. It changes Skin Prey into an offensive move, actually. You no longer get prized skins, but Skin Prey is now a offensive move. You blight the enemy party per corpse. So one corpse would get you a 4/3 blight. It has a 100% chance of going off, but at level 5, I believe it goes to a 140, not a 150. I could be reading that wrong though. And your blight chance goes up by 12% per skill level. So it's at level 5. That's roughly a 50% chance with rounding and everything. So that would go to a 6/3 blight per corpse cleared. If you use Skin Prey and there's 2 corpses, that goes to... It doubles 3 corpses, that triples. It is very powerful used correctly, and I think is worth getting, meaning the next boss is the Formless Flesh. I don't know what I'm going to be using to go there because it's a little weird how the Warrens is and how a few things have worked getting there. I really want to use the Bowman because of how a few of their skills work. I usually would use someone like the Houndmaster, and I still might. I just really don't want to bring the Crimson Curse, but I do have cures for the Crimson Curse, so that might still be worth pursuing, and we can go from there. Otherwise, it's a who do I want to bring, and we'll go from there. If I do bring the Forlorn, which would go really well in this fight, I'm not going to be bringing the Dreamer's Collection, because this has not worked as intended at all. There was another trinket I had, and honestly, I think I sold it because it was not working as intended at all. So I need to be careful of how I bring the Forlorn's things, if I bring him like I would probably like to. But if I bring something like this, it's going to be very hard to deal with Bristle and Bone. I could bring Vetro and then bring Mortal Rebirth, which would allow me to get rid of the Crimson Curse as is, and I just bring a Blood for Picard. That would be an answer, and that would also allow me to deal with the Crimson Curse as is. And then I don't know what I would bring for row 1, but I think this'll work. This'll work well, and we'll go from there. So that'll be it for this time. Next time, going to fight the Formless Flesh, which will knock another boss and pretty much complete another area for us. And we'll just keep going like that until we can't, and then we'll probably go to either the Cove or the Sunward Isles. Because it like I said in the last episode, it's a matter of just knocking out the bosses until the bosses aren't giving me a trinket that look good to me. Then I'm going to go either level up the Cove or the Sunward Isles, because I'm not sure how leveled up the farmstead is yet. Until they hit level 7, then I'm going to have more bosses available, and then just kind of pick off things that way, I think. And we'll go from there, because that's probably what's going to get me the best results. Also kind of just checking these as I go, like, hey, do they have a trinket I want? No? Then let's keep going. And kind of just go from there. But I think the Contagious Blade is the right play, because this has a lot of really fun, good, powerful uses, especially in this estate. So we'll go with that and just see what happens. So that'll be it for this time. We have a plan. We'll go with that and see what happens. So like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please, have a good one.